Hello, everyone. It's Lonnie. Hope y'all are doing well. Today, we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to actually be doing some work inside of eBay to try and optimize a listing that I've already made. I listed recently 247 NES games, and the sell through has been pretty good on these. As a matter of fact, I'll show y'all right here. This is on my second account. Let me pull these listings up. Let's see, all orders. And I'll go to store category here. We'll do NES games and search. And it says 24 listings. Some of these are multi-quantity orders. So I've sold 31 total games for $372.70. The total price shows the shipping right there. So that's going along pretty well, right? But I did have one case come up where one customer ordered 7 games, and which is awesome. But they asked me, they said, "Hey, if I order, a bunch of games, will you combine shipping?" And I messaged back, "Sure, of course." So they bought the games, and then they requested total, and then I updated the invoice to reflect shipping them all in one package. So I think the shipping ended up being like $8 or something for 7 games. So that got me to thinking I need to make this easier to where there's no intervention on my part necessary to make that happen. And I need to put in the description that, hey, buy more games and it only costs X amount of dollars per game to add games to your order. Because I have a lot of games that are like $3.99, $4.99, $5.99, and I would much rather ship larger orders with those games in it. And I want to incentivize people to actually do that. So right now, I'm doing calculated shipping on these games and first class package, and that's it. I haven't really done anything else. So what I want to do is have a base price that people pay for one game to ship to them, and those ship at either 4 or 5 ounces. Just depends on which game. And then I want to tell them, hey, for each additional game you order, it's only X amount more on the shipping. And they'll see that and they'll be like, well, I'm already covering the base shipping. I'm getting a steal on additional game shipping. Let me see what else he has. So that's the idea here, is to generate more sales and to save customers money. It's almost like lotting this stuff up, but letting them choose the lot. Because that's the other way I could do it. I could make lots of these games, but it's pretty unlikely I would make exactly the lot that somebody would want. So let's get into this and let's make the changes that are necessary to make this happen. So first of all, I brought up this chart right here. This is an important consideration. First class package prices are about to change drastically here on the 27th, I believe. There's a chart I pulled up on stamps.com site. And just for instance here, a 4-ounce package, and they have zones now. So that's something to keep in mind. First class packages are going to be calculated by zones coming up soon. And you see for a 4-ounce package, zones 1 and 2, which would be neighboring states basically, are not going too far. No change. Zone 3. Actually, the 4-ounce package isn't changing much. Like if you get out here to zone 9, the chances of you shipping something to zone 9, unless you live on a protectorate or an island out there somewhere, not very likely. The highest zones I think I usually encounter is maybe zone 6 or 7. Zone 8 and 9 are pretty rare. So anyway, 4-ounce right now costs me $2.66 to ship, and it looks like to me that it's going to be about the same, maybe a nickel or so more. 5-ounce has a much higher increase. See this break? These increases are like 39 cents, 41 cents, 43 cents, etc. So, excuse me. Currently, 5-ounce package costs me $2.79 to ship, but it's going to cost over $3. It's going to cost like somewhere around $3.20, $3.30, depending on where it's going. So I need to keep this in mind. And I'm looking at this because I'm going to do, instead of calculated, I'm going to do flat plus a flat amount for each additional game. So that's why we're looking at this chart. So, like 2 games is going to be about 8 ounces. And actually, if it is 8 ounces, then there's not much increase at all here. But if we go up to 9 ounces, and I think that's going to be more likely, then the increase is a little more substantial, 50, 60, 70 cents. So for 2 games, I didn't even figure out the 9 ounce rate. The old 8 ounce rate was $3.18. The new 8 ounce rate is going to be like $3.20 or so. So I'm just trying to kind of ballpark these numbers just so I have an idea what the shipping is going to cost me. Here's another interesting price here. 12 ounces, not a whole lot of change unless you get like into the crazy zones over there. 13, big change. Look, 13 to zone 5, $1.02. So that's substantial, because right now a 13 ounce package costs $4.10. If after this change happens, 13 ounce package will be about $5 to ship. So big difference there. So what I'm planning on doing here is I'm going to set a base, given what these are going to cost me in the future. I'm going to set a base of $3.50 flat shipping for the first game, and 75 cents each per additional game that they add to the order. And and at that point I could choose if I want to send them first class package, or if I want to send them some priority, whatever makes the most sense depending on how many games they buy and where it's going. So let's get started with that. And I know this is a very technical type video, but sometimes that's what you got to do, right? First thing we're going to do is we're going to set up that flat shipping discount. We're going to go to our account settings, go up there to where it says hi, your name. Well, actually, I'm trying to point the correct way. It's very difficult. It's backwards. In the upper left-hand corner. And let's see. I think we go to site preferences here. And there will be a shipping section. Shipping preferences. Here they are right here. Let me find it. Offer calculated shipping. Offer flat shipping. I think I have to edit this part right here. Edit. All right, here we go. Combined shipping discounts. Okay, flat shipping rule. Add an additional amount for each additional item. US $1. Okay, so I'm going to edit that. Flat shipping rule. Add an amount for each additional item. And actually, you know what? I should be able to add. Can't I just add another rule? I think I can. Okay, we're going to make 75 cents for each additional. Let me move this thing over a little bit. Okay, here we go. Next. If I click on next, should let me name this rule. There, I didn't click it. Save. I should be able to add another rule. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, you're seeing me screw up live. I'm going to change this back to $1 because I'm already using this somewhere. Okay, save. And then we're going to go edit and add profiles, advanced. Here we go. So that is going to be, I'll just call this general. That's the one that already exists. And then the next one I'm going to make it 75 cents, because you can have multiple flat shipping rules. Add 75 cents. I'm going to call this NES flat shipping rule. Next. And save. There we go. So I have the rule in place now. And now I'm going to go back to my eBay selling. And I'm going to go to listings, active, and I'll go to all categories there, click on that to get the drop down, and we're going to do a bulk edit action here. So we're going to do NES games and search, and the search result will have all the NES games. It's 1 to 200 of 216. So it's all these. And I think, let me move this over. I think, how many can I display? 200 is the max I can display on this view. So I'll leave that alone. But I think it'll let you do all selected. So let's see. If I go to edit all 216 listings. There we go. So it includes all the ones, even the ones not on this page. So now we'll be on the bulk editing interface. And for some of you new guys, this might be a new look, something you haven't done before. So this can be probably helpful, I think. And what I'm going to do, so it has all the listings here, right? So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to click on that box. That's going to select all the listings, all 216 listings. I'm going to go to edit fields. And let's see. We're going to do shipping domestic. Edit domestic shipping. And we're going to, edit flat, same cost to all buyers. Okay, very good. And I'm going to call this, I'll just do first class package, but I'll select what I want. It's either going to be first class or priority. So I'll select this. And then the cost is going to be $3.50. Move this back over. Each additional, no, we want to set up a rule. Save and close. I think there's another place where I can set up the rule. It's applying the changes, but it hasn't actually applied the changes yet. Let's see. Shipping domestic, shipping discounts domestic. We're going to do that now. Flat shipping discounts. We're going to change that. Add to all. Profile NES flat shipping rule. So now, let me save that. Okay, 216 listings processed. So now I've changed my shipping from calculated to flat at $3.50, and I've added the shipping discount with that rule that I just made up. Okay, stay with me. I didn't practice this ahead of time, so I apologize if I'm kind of bumbling through this. So the next thing I want to do, I'll tell you what. I'll go ahead and submit these changes just to lock them in, and we'll go look. We'll go look at one of these listings to see what it did. Now those listings should be changed at this point. There's one more thing I want to do. All right, come on. Okay, here we go. All right, here's all the listings. We'll go look at this Motor City Patrol listing. And let's look at the shipping. Shipping, $3.50, standard shipping, very good. And then we click over here, shipping and payments, and here it is. Shipping and handling, 75-cent shipping for each additional eligible item you buy from garage slips when you use the cart to make your purchase. Oh, it's another thing. I want to make sure also when we go back to editing, I want to make sure that I don't require immediate payment. Or actually I could require immediate payment still, I believe. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. But let's go ahead and go back in. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm not 100% about the immediate payment thing. All right, let's see. Let's pull up NES games. And then we're going to edit 216 listings again. Of course, you have to be careful when you're making bulk edits, because you're editing a lot of stuff all at once. And it's not a bad idea to, after you make your edits, to go in and verify that your edits took and edits look like you want them to. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the item description. Okay, and I'm going to put a carriage return. Okay, now we're going to, there's a few different things you can do here. Edit listings in bulk, add to item description, find and replace, or edit listings individually. I don't want to edit listings individually. That'd take a very long time. Find and replace that's something you can do. Like if you want to replace some block of text in all of them with some new block of text, that is very useful too. I've done that before. But in this case, we're going to add to the item description. And here's what we're going to do. Okay, I have a carriage return. And I'll put a character here just to make sure it took. Save on shipping. $3.50 to ship the first NES game. Each additional game will ship for only 75 more cents. Okay, please note that all games must be purchased on the same order for this to work correctly. So use add to cart until you have the games. This is getting wordy. You want, excuse me. So use add to cart until you have the games you want. Then check out after you are finished. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. So we'll save and close, because I want to tell them if they can do this too. We'll submit, and then we'll go look at a listing or two and check it out, make sure it took. And the whole point of this is to encourage people to buy a whole bunch of cheap games from me all at once. And I think it will work. I've actually seen this work before. People start looking for, they say, oh man, the shipping's such a good deal. Shipping's such a good deal. I need to buy as much as possible. People do that, believe it or not. And I want you to think about this. Would I have this same power of encouraging people to buy more to save money if I was offering free shipping from the get-go? And I know there are pluses and minuses to free shipping. I'm just pointing this out, that by not offering free shipping, but then offering an incentive to buy more to save on shipping, there is some power there, potentially, if it works. And I have seen it work before. So anyway, let's look at this Dragon's Lair listing to make sure it took. And it's product details. Okay, here we go. Game is tested, works fine, blah, blah, blah. And here is the save on shipping part. So there it is. Are people going to read that? Maybe. Some will. They can catch the fact that they can combine shipping either in the description or in the shipping and handling information. Not that many people click there, but I have it set up. And like I said, I've seen it work before. I'm really hoping that this might have helped some of you to think about, if not doing like this kind of shipping discount thing, maybe some of y'all learned a little something just from seeing some bulk editing going down. And keep in mind that I do have a store on this account, so it does make it easy for me to grab all of one category just by clicking on the category and searching as I did earlier. There are other ways to search. So if you don't have a store, there are definitely other ways that you can search and do bulk editing too. So it's not just for store owners. So anyway, guys, hope y'all enjoyed. I will see y'all again tomorrow. There will be an announcement coming soon for a really cool giveaway I'm going to do and a promotion. So thanks again for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.